All of you, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project you're going to create your first ever Solana liquidity creator. So let me give you a complete walkthrough that what are the feature and functionality we have included and how this entire tab would work. So when the user will come, this is what exactly they will see after connecting their wallet. So the very first section we have is the notification section that we are doing the testing on the devnet, and we are using Raydium pool creator. This is a powerful protocol which allow you to interact with the Solana chain, and there you can able to create pool and liquidity to your token. And here we have the main component from where we can able to go to different section in our application. So the very first section we have is the get token. So if you want to claim an airdrop, you can simply claim. You can come back here, click here, and you can go to the specific places. From there you can able to get the free faucet. So you will find the platform which I have already provided. So you can go back to here, click, and it will take you to the application. From there you can able to claim the airdrop. You can go back to the explorer, you can go back to the SPL token faucet, and here you will find some other information. So if I want to claim soul, I can simply click on this get soul request, and here I'm making the request, and you will find that I have successfully received the soul in my wallet address. So that's how it will work. And the one thing you have to keep in mind that you can make this call once, wait for 24 hours, then it will be restored and you can able to claim more to soul. So that's the one section. The next section we have is the test pool. From here you can able to create and simulate the transaction, and that's one is a really powerful feature which you can include in your DApp, because before performing any transaction it would be better for you to stimulate it, and that will give you the idea that every single thing is happening perfectly. So you will find that I have already given predefined token, so you can select and you can able to find that which token it is, how much fund you have, and you can also change the token addresses, and that's all you will change. So these two tokens no longer exist, but we have this def which is existing, and I don't have any balance. From here you can see your fund. So we made a request and I got 2 soul. Earlier it was 11 and now it went up to 13. I can give here and I can able to stimulate the transaction and I create, or you can also put your own token address and you can stimulate the transaction to show every single thing about the features. And here you will find the tab, the slip and tolerance, which you can select, but the most common one we have is 1%, and you will find the details about the token and the logic we use in this particular model. And here it will help you that how it will work, the stimulation, which we're going to test practically. Now we can come back to the real pool. I can click here, and here you will find that this will going to perform actual transaction, actual pool on the devnet. This one is the stimulation one, and this one is the actual pool is going to create on the devnet. You will find that how it will happen. So I have already created 2 pool, and you can see the active data. You can see how the transaction will work. So altogether is going to perform 3 transactions. First is the setup, second is the liquidity, and third one is the finalization. And all the transaction you have to complete. You will find that we have this token which I have provided. So I can simply select this one, and it's a valid token. If I select this one, it's not a valid token, and I can select this one, it's not a valid token. So you can give your quantity and you can easily create the pool, which we'll discuss together. You can see all the instruction is given. So this is the setup fee, this is the liquidity command, and we have the pool finalization. Looks perfect. Now you can come back to the add liquidity. So here we have the predefined couple of token which you can select. Currently I don't have the token in my wallet, so I cannot able to create the liquidity in this particular pair. So you can select the pool. You can go with this one, you can go with this one, but I don't have the token. Now if you come back to the verify, so all the stimulation transaction which you're going to execute, that's all going to be stored in the local storage, and that's what we are reflecting here. So you can see all of this transaction we have done in the stimulation, which looks fine. You can see the time, you can see the ID, and that's all. It's looking great. You can click here and you can explore on the block explorer. Looks fine. So I hope you have understood that how every single thing would be working. Now let's perform all the transactions. So I'll simply come back here. I'm going to minimize this one, and I'm going to get my custom token which I have already created on my Solana chain. So I'll come back here. I'll simply take this token, and that's the one which I'm going to use it. So first I need the address. I got the address. Now I can come back here, go back to the test pool, and I'm going to give my token details. I'll paste here, and it's going to simply fetch the balance and all the details about my token. You can see it's a 9 decimal, and this is the balance I have. Now I'm going to simply provide the ratio. So I'm going to give my 100 token, and I'm going to give here, let's say 1 soul. So this is the pool which I'm creating, and I will go with 1% because that's the most stable one. And you can click on this create dev pool, and here you are performing the transaction. You can see I'm getting this particular warning because our stimulation is not working in our phantom wallet. Don't worry about it, simply click on confirm and the transaction in the process. And finally our transaction is completed. You can see the pool ID. You can click here and it will take you to the explorer. From there you can able to explore the detail about the transaction. So this is the signature, it's got successful. And if you check the memo, like if you check the memo program that we have stimulated successfully, the quantity we have given, the sol we have given, and all of these details which you will find. So it's went up successfully. And memo is a program which allow you to track down on the devnet. Our stimulation is working absolutely fine. Now you can come back here. If you go back to the verification, there you will find the one which we have created just now. So this is the one which we have created. Today is 28 with the time I'm recording the video. You can click here and it will take you to explore, and there you can able to have the details about this transaction which you have stimulated and perform on the devnet. Looks perfect. So this is how you can perform. You can pick any token and you can perform the transaction. For example, I can come here and this time I'm going to pick this particular token. Let's come back here. Let's go back to this one, and I need the address of this. Simply copy this one. I got it. Now I will come back to here. I'll simply give my address of the token, and it's going to verify and tell me that how much fund I have. So I have enough fund, and I will go to get, let's say, 800 token or 8,000 token. There's no problem with that. I can give 1 sol or I can give 2 sol. Let's give the 2 sol. It's only using for stimulation. I can pick this one. Let's give the proper number. I'll give this one, and I can click on this create dev pool, and it's going to stimulate our transaction. Simply ignore this warning, click here, confirm, and it's stimulation, and we have completed our transaction. So if you come back here, you will find that stimulation is completed, and we have the details, all of the transaction which we have made. You will find the memo program is also looking fine. So this one is really powerful. You can come back here. You can able to verify that it's went up successfully, and that detail is reflecting right up here. 2 sol, the program address, that's all is there. So that's how you can able to stimulate the test pool. Now we're going to create some real pool and perform 3 transactions, and it's going to take real money from your wallet. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I'm going to use my token. Come back here and I'm going to use the token which I have. This is the blockchain coded token. I need the address, so I'll simply copy the address. That's what I'm going to provide here, and it's going to fetch out the balance. So I have enough supply. So let's come here and let's give the, let's say, 100 token. That's what I can give. I can give the quantity. For example, I want to give 1. That's the ratio which I have set. Now this is the one which I'm going to select, and you can see all the detail which we have performed and how the entire process will happen. So let's click on this create real Raydium pool, and it's going to perform the stimulation. So here we are making the first transaction. Click on confirm and just wait. Here we're going to perform the second transaction. Click on confirm, and here we have the third transaction. So let's click on confirm, and it's going to complete our transaction. So finally we have created our pool on the devnet using Raydium pool model. So you can click here and it will take you to the block explorer, and here you have the interesting thing. Although on the devnet in the Raydium contract which not allow us to track the data about the pool, but you can able to see the tracking model right up here in the memo, because on the devnet they have the memo program which will tell you that your pool is created successfully, and here you will find all the information, all the amount which you have finalized and submitted. So you will find all of this detail. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. You can see the program instruction, how it will happen. You will find all the instruction which we have provided in the market, which we can able to track down to check our system is working absolutely fine. So that's how you can able to create. Now if you come back here, you will find that it's went up to 3 because you have initialized your Raydium pool token with the latest model. Now if you give a quick reload, you will find that every single thing is going to be reset. If you come back here, you have paid your fees, and every single thing is looking absolutely wonderful. So that's how you can able to add a pool. If you come back to add liquidity, here you can able to find the predefined model. So I can simply select here, and I don't have the token, so I cannot able to add the liquidity. So this is the dev token which we have assigned. Read the document. Now if you come back to the verification, here you will find all of this thing. The one thing I want you to focus, the architecture we have follow. So we are following the Raydium. It's a really powerful platform which allow you to interact with the Solana blockchain to create liquidity. So right now all the transaction we are doing on the DevNet. So this is how you can create your token liquidity using the Raydium platform on the Solana blockchain. So make sure to check the architecture of this particular project. This will teach you a lot of things that how you can build your custom model. Every single thing is working fine. I can simply come back here, paste the address, I can give the quantity, let's say I can give 16, and I can come back here, I can give my SOL is going to be 1, and you will find that we're going to perform the transaction and it will work absolutely fine. So all the 3 transaction charging the fee is really happening. All of things looks great. So you can able to verify your pool Raydium, and you can come back here and you can check that you have instructed. If you are getting this data, means every single thing is perfect and you have stimulated, plus you have registered the transaction on the memo program, because Raydium provide memo program for the DevNet. So every single thing is looking good. So I hope you have understood that how this application would work, what are the feature and functionality we have included. If you really want to gain your fundamental understanding about the swap and decentralized financial system, this will help you a lot to understand the structure and the coding part of this particular project, that how you can utilize this Raydium protocol to create. And most of the liquidity creator you will find using the same protocol, because this one is the most powerful and popular platform we have. So I hope you have understood that what exactly feature we have in this particular project. Now let me provide you all the assets and resources which you need to develop this particular application, and if you want to take the final source code, how you can get it. So let me close all of this. You can come back to the blockchain coder, or you can simply click on the link down below you will have in the description, and you will come back to the blockchain coder. Here you will find all the resources. Like, we have built more than 95 plus project on our channel. So make sure to come back here on the blockchain coder, go back to the source code section. So make sure to create your account, go back to source code section, and there you will find all the project we have developed. So build at least 5 of them. When you will build 5 projects, you will have the complete understanding about the blockchain, that how blockchain exactly works. So you can simply come back here, click here, you will come back to this particular section, and here you will find the complete resource code. So click here, you will come back here, click on the starter file, it will take you to the GitHub, and there you will find the complete folder and files and the architecture we are utilizing in the project. You can see all of the required details. You can also check the packages and file where you can able to understand that how we are using this, using the SDK model for the Raydium to allow this SDK process to create the liquidity on the DevNet. So every single thing is looking good. Make sure to check the all the structure, and make sure to save the repository. Simply come back here and clone the zip file, download the zip file, or you can simply clone the repository, because when the complete tutorial will come, we're going to clone the repository and we're going to start following straight away. Now let me provide you the final source. Now let me explain you the complete setup process if you will take the final source code. And when you will take the final source code, you will give your valuable contribution to my team to bring more tutorial like that. When you will take the final source code, you will get the zip file. Make sure to extract this zip file, and you will get this folder in which you will have the complete source code of the project which you have seen in the demo. So make sure to install zip extractor, then you can able to extract this folder, and this is the folder you have to open in your VS Code. So I'll simply click on the VS Code, and I'll go back to open, I'll go back to desktop, and here I have the folder. Simply drag and drop in my project, close this one. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough of the folder and file structure we have designed for this particular project, and how you can able to understand the complete architecture of the project. So the very first folder you will have in this project is the app, in which you will have the global CSS, the CSS file for our application. Then you will have the layout, the structure which we are following for Wallet Connect, and that's all. We have the page of our application, and then you will find this is the huge portion of our application where we have written the lot of code, and we have all the different tabs and their models. So don't really make any changes. Every single thing is looking absolutely perfect. Close this one. The next one we have is the components. Close this, come back to the component, in which you will have all of this component. So the architecture we are following into a break model, so we have divided the each functionality in one component. So if you want to claim an airdrop, so you can simply come back here and you can try to understand that what logic we have developed, how we are making the call to get the free SOL which we can use to perform the transaction. So just keep it as it is. Come back to the liquidity provider. There you will find all the details about the liquidity provider, that how the transaction is performing, how we are going with the hardcore data and the main data. So you can easily able to customize all of these details if you really want to play around with this data, and you can check from your end. So don't make any changes, just test the way I am explaining. You can come back to the pool creator. Here we have the complete code for our pool creator. You can able to understand the complete architecture we have implemented, how we are provided the predefined token, all the logic all the SDK model. So this will give you a proper understanding that how we are utilizing the SDK model for performing the transaction and allowing the user to create the tool. So you will find the data we have for the base token, the quotation, and here we have the predefined token details which we are providing for dev USDT and the Ryan. You can simply change the token, and if you want to promote any token you can simply do that. Here you will find the validation of the token address. Here we have the get balance, and here we have the actual transaction process where we are performing and creating the tool. So this is a lot of things happening here. So that's all you can check. Now close this one, come back to the pool verify. So this will allow us to simply get the data and display in the front end, because when the user will create the pool, we are storing the data in the local storage and then we are feeding in our component. So this is the pool details we have. Just keep it as it is. Next one we have is the real pool creator, so in which we are performing the tree transaction. You will find that this is the entire module we have, and we are imported the actual model which allows to perform the transaction on the Raydium DevNet. So you will find all the token which we have here. Here we have the initialize which is going to load and fetch the data, and we are providing some predefined token which user can select. You can simply play around with that. We have the same function for validation, and here we have the balance check, and here we have the function which allows to perform the actual transaction and create pool. So tons of things we have. I would suggest you to test as it is. After that, do all the experiment. The main thing you have to focus on the architecture and how we are utilizing it. This one is very important. So close this one, come back to the wallet. This will allow us to communicate with the devnet. So we are doing with the default RPC URL, but you can add your custom URL if you already have it. So I'm going with the default one. So close this one. Now close this one, come back to the util, and here we have built the actual functionality. So you can come back to the def token. There you will find that we have the constant variable which we have kept here. So we have taken the public key, and here we have the token for the USDT. You can simply put the valid address for the token which you want to promote. So that's the one we have here, and here you will find them other variables, because right now we are interacting with the devnet for Raydium program, and these are the contract which is already deployed, and we are interacting with this to test the entire feature of the pool creation and the liquidity creation. That's all we have. So this is the one we have. Just keep it as it is, don't make any changes. Come back to the Raydium dev. There you will find that this will allow us to stimulate the transaction, and you will find that how we are using the program. That's all we have here. So don't make any changes, just keep it as it is. I want you to spend some time and understand. This will help you a lot. Now close this one, and here we have the real Raydium event. So this will allow us to perform the tree transaction and register on the actual contract on the devnet. So there you will find the programs we have. We will have the interface, and we have the protocol, the SDK we have implemented. So if you come back here, you will find that we have already taken all of this model, and that's what we have initialized. And here we have all of this huge code we have written which allow us to simply perform the transaction and do the transfer of the fund to the dev contract. So it's a really huge. I want you to study this. This will help you a lot to gain the understanding. Now come back here, and here we have some regular component. So just keep it as it is. We have the next config file, don't need to make any changes. We have the package.json file, and this one is a really powerful package. We have the complete environment, because we are focusing on the stability. So no matter when you are developing this project, it will work absolutely fine. So close this one, come back to the post CSS, just keep it as it is. Here we have the readme file. There you will find some important details, instruction that how you can get more faucet. That's all is there, so make sure to read about it. Come back to the tailwind configuration. We are using the BIS branding color, and we have the component. Very simple. Close this one, come back to the ts config file, and we are just following this model for a better optimization. So this is the complete folder and file structure we have for our application. Now let's start testing this application and doing some installation. So the very first thing we have to do is to open up your terminal, and we have to check your node version. So if I check my node version, I have the latest one, and this one is absolutely compatible with our project. So make sure you should have the same version, or whatever version you have. So first test with that. If it's giving you any warning, simply downgrade or upgrade your node version to this. If you don't know how to do that, you can watch this video. Now let me do the installation of the package. I'll click on this npm I and hit enter, and it's going to do the installation of the package, and this might take a little bit time. Once the installation is done, we are ready to test our application, because every single thing is working fine. Just wait. And finally the installation is completed. We are getting a couple of warnings. Simply ignore that one, and don't need to run any more of this command, otherwise it's going to change the version and it will not work. So make sure to go with the exact dependency. Now what I will do, I'll simply clear my terminal, and I'm going to start the dev environment. So say npm run dev, hit enter, and it's going to start the application on localhost 3000. You can got it. Simply copy that one, Minimize this one. Now you can come back to the browser, open a new tab and paste and hit enter, and you will find the application is started successfully and every single thing is working fine. I'm already connected, and that's all the details which you will find. Now if I try to click on this request, Sol is going to make the transaction. I guess transaction will fail. Let's see whether transaction is going to complete or I'll get a airdrop or not. So find the transaction is failed because I already made the claim. That's why it's failed. I have to wait for 24 hours to restore my credit, then I can able to make a request. Now if you want to come back to the official Sol, you can click here and it will take you right here, and you can put your details and get some Sol. If you do from the Solana Explorer, you can click here and it will come back to the devnet. If you go back to the SPL token faucet, you can click here, and from here you can able to get the token for the USDC, Sol and other details. You can check the address. This is the address we are utilizing, and different token has different address. Okay, so that's the thing which you have to keep in mind. Now you can come back to the test poll and you can able to stimulate the transaction and perform it. So what I will do, I'll simply come back to my Phantom wallet and let's test this one first. I'll click here, I'll go back to my wallet address, simply copy that one. Now I'm ready to perform the transaction, so I'll simply paste the address and it's going to make the call to our dev environment, and here we got the address. Let's give this 1 2 3 4 5 for the stimulation, and I can give the quantity to be 2, and this time simply is going to be this one. Let's click on this create dev pool and it's going to perform the stimulation. Here we are, simply click on this confirm and the transaction is happening, and finally the transaction is completed. Click here, it will take you to the Explorer, and there you will find all the details about this particular transaction. You will see the signature, the result, the timestamp, the confirmation, and here you will find all the information which you have provided. You can see the stimulation went through very perfectly. We have the memo program which initialized and all of these details which you will find absolutely perfect. Now you can come back here and it looks perfect. Now in the same way, if you want to check this real pool, you can click here, and right now we have the 4. It's going to fetch out the details, so just wait, and it's taking a little bit time. Finally we got it, it's 4. Now let's initialize one more. I can give 1, that's the minimum it suggests, but you can go with the higher one like 100, there's no problem. And I can select the, let's say 2. I'll go with the same one. I can see the market mail label, all the transaction. Click on this create and it's going to perform the transaction, so just wait. Click on this confirm and the transaction is in the process. Let's click on one more time and we have to confirm one more transaction. Here we are, and you will find the transaction is completed, and you can click here. It will take you to the Explorer, and there you will find that here we have all of these details about the transaction we have made, and you can find the details about the pool which we have initialized in the memo program. Absolutely perfect. Here you will find the program logged and you will find the consume. That's all there. Looks perfect. So every single thing is working fine. If you come back, you can simply give a reload and you will find that it's fetching the pool. So we have created 5 and it will go up to 5, so it's taking a little bit time, so just wait. You will find all of these details, and finally we got the data. We have created our pool. Now you can come back to the add liquidity and you will find that we have given this predefined pool which you can do the editing and you can attach the features. Now you can come back to verify, and there you will find that we have made the transaction and that information is stored in our local environment. Given this one, if you want to clear this, you can simply click on this clear history and it will be clear. There is no history, data is available. You can simply refetch, nothing in here because we have cleared the history. You can come back here, you can come and you will find the history is clear. So every single thing is looking perfect. I hope you have understood that how every single thing would be working. Every single thing is looking absolutely fine. How powerfully we have utilized the Raydium protocol for adding the liquidity to our existing token and create the pool of our token. So looks absolutely perfect. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. I hope you have understood that how every single thing is coming together, what are the feature and functionality we have included in this particular application. This will help you to understand how liquidity works in a decentralized ecosystem for Solana blockchain, and how you can able to stimulate the transaction before actually consume actual transaction. So this one is really powerful. I would suggest you to come back here in the blockchain coder. There you will find that we have bunch of projects related to Solana. So simply type Solana and there you will find all the project we have developed for Solana. So you can check the Solana token creator, Solana models, you can check the Solana airdrop, Solana explorer, you can find the Solana NFT creator, NFT marketplace, advanced pre-sale. This is the complete project we have on the channel. Solana pre-sale, you can watch Solana airdrop, Solana token creator, staking DApp, SaaS model for Solana. We have the most advanced ICO program. We have the Solana NFT creator, Solana SaaS tool, DeFi tool, Solana swap. So tons of project which you have, which you can have a look and try to understand. This will help you to understand that how Solana blockchain exactly work. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. I hope you have understood that what are the feature and functionality we have included in the project. It will help you to understand the complete model and transaction execution on the Raydium protocol. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, just let me in the comment section so I can help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.